I'm not gonna lie. When you said heat up a butter knife, my mind went back to college.
I don't even know. I don't know if I want to know.
Knifers.
What'd you say, Kevin?
Knifers. It's a way of smoking marijuana where you take two hot knives and you press them together. Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome to the show, everyone. We're live. We took a week off and played Among Us, but we're back playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. We are gonna have some shenanigans. I know we are tonight. I'm Sarah. I'm playing Lena, a dual wielding longsword fighter, and take it away, friends.
I want to circle back to this hot butter knife thing.
Okay, so one of the ways that we used to smoke back in the day is you would take your two knives and you would put it on like the stove top. You get them nice and red hot, and then you would put a little bit of your
substance of choice.
Yeah. Your leafy green substance of choice on top of one of the knives. Put the other knife on top of it, so basically it would like waffle iron it together, and then all the smoke comes out, and you grab a. We used we take a 2-liter bottle of soda, cut out the bottom so that you can catch all the smoke, and then you just inhale it.
That sounds like so much work.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking all the times I've had cold butter and warm bread, and I never once thought to warm the knife up so I could.
Oh, you've never warmed up your knife or butter?
I've never done that.
Now we're in my territory.
All right, so let's continue this warm knife thing. Take it away, Nick.
I mean, what else is there to say? You warm up the knife, you cut the butter, and it spreads without having to like punch a hole through your toast.
Yeah, but I figured being the poet laureate, you would have some very flourishy way to describe how you scrape the butter on the bread.
I mean, that's unnecessary. The bread and the butter in itself are erotic enough. It's a sensual enough experience without me having to overexert myself.
I mean, there is the expression "a hot knife through butter," so you know.
Exactly.
It's true.
Like
I never practice it.
Yeah, I've never actually done it either.
It makes sense, though.
It does.
All right, so let's get back on track because I think Sarah's getting uncomfortable with hot butter, hot knives.
I want to get all of like the social media done before I'm being extremely rude.
Oh no! I mean, it makes sense too. Like, wait till after we get all the questionable talk out of the way here before you start posting for everybody to come watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, this is like it's like the Patreon bonus content essentially. If you get here early, you never know what you're gonna hear.
It's true.
Exactly. You're gonna get some nonsense from Kevin.
And some encouragement from Thom.
Yep, love it.
Not encouragement towards the viewers, because I don't care about them, but encouragement towards the Kevin shenanigans.
Meth is leafy green? No. Is it? Jesus.
Because you were describing a leafy green substance of choice.
Oh!
And heating it up on a utensil.
True, yes. Well, yeah. I was about to say that was not the substance I was talking about, but I mean, you know, your cup of tea or whatever, I guess.
I'm so sheltered that it took me longer than I care to admit to realize the Cookie Monster with the spoon and the cookie dough on Family Guy was a joke reference and not just him trying to heat up cookies. Yeah, you're insulated from this when you're in the academic world.
I have never watched that show.
Never watched Family Guy?
No.
That's fine.
There was quite a while, quite a few years span of my life where we didn't have cable or anything, really.
Yeah.
So.
It's missing anything. It's like the TV equivalent of like McDonald's cheeseburgers. Yep. I just go back to it when I want that nostalgia or like that hit of familiarity, but it's not good.
Pretty much.
I guess we should introduce ourselves.
Yeah, I did. I introduced myself like a half hour ago. Someone else, go now, please.
You're the one who's like always on task. The rest of us veer wildly off course.
Come on.
The rest of us have dumb wrestler brain. I'm Kevin. I'm a dumb wrestler. dumb wrestler stuff. Yeah, I wrestle sometimes. Take it away, guys.
Great intro. I'm Nick Radford, the Poet Laureate of Professional Wrestling, one half of the Academy, and I am currently playing Captain America's lesser cousin, Curtis Walker.
And I'm Tom Allman, the other half of the Academy. I'll be the DM tonight again. And yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we are.
My character is a drunk half-ogre pirate named Zug.
Yeah.
Also, we'll circle back to this later, but make sure you come out tomorrow, Tacoma, once Nick and I retain our SOS tag titles against the Hammer Bros.
Mine's already packed up, or I'd show it off too.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to go get mine out of the bag. I figured at least one of us should have it.
Tag team brain.
I have plans for SOS and DOA for this summer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fun.
In the works.
Yeah, they're fun shows. They're fun crowds.
And I didn't know that Drexel was a part of DOA. Yeah. I reached out to the company and he messaged back. He's like, "Hey, I guess you didn't know that I do this." I was like, "Ah, that's so cool."
Yeah, he's involved somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah.
He's there. You see him sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
He's scary.
I thought he just murdered people.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know
He's
he
like
knew how
the
to work.
scariest guy I know.
He's so nice though. He gives me hugs. That's what I tell my son. Like, he looks scary when he's wrestling, but I promise you he gives mommy hugs.
I can't believe you hugged that guy.
Totally, multiple times.
I hug you.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Anyways, Tom. Oh no, Nick, do the recap.
Sure.
Yeah. Back on target, guys.
On the last episode of Not Dead Pirates, So We're Better Than Brian Cook, we went shopping, and we were underground, and we fought some things. We went shopping, and then we all rested a little bit. Zug took another nap. We headed to the inn at the end of the world. And then we saw an ad for the Drunken Kobold needing help, so we decided to head there. We inquired inside with the bartender, and as Zug stole some booze, the bartender explained that they had people stealing their shipments, and so we headed to the plantation to discover what was going on. On the way to the plantation, we discovered some, what were they, sea wenches, and a night hag and sea hags.
Yeah.
And we fought the night hag and the sea hags, and while we were fighting the night hags and the sea hags, we also summoned a death slade shadow and a kraken shadow and another night shade, or a sea hag shadow. Say that one 3 times
Seriously.
fast. But we beat them all, so everything was fine. And we continued our journey to the plantation, where we were met by the guards who took Zug into the distillery to show him around. I don't remember if we went with them, but I know Zug went.
I feel like you and I just kind of stayed around and watched things uncomfortably.
Zug was just very enthusiastic about the wares.
Yes.
But that's where we left off.
Cool.
I think Curtis and Lena were just kind of in a state of, oh shit.
Yeah.
Play it cool.
Cool. Any questions about anything? Can you guys hear me okay? Because your video's pausing a little bit. So I want to make sure
Yeah, I can
that
hear
my
you.
connection is good.
Okay.
Yeah, your video is solid. Your video and audio are solid.
Okay.
Perfect. Let me know if it cuts out or whatever. Like, because I have a good connection, but you never can trust the rural internet.
Sight to see, please let me know if you notice anything. Also, I'll fix what needs to be fixed if I can.
Yes, I see.
Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions? We good?
Good to go.
All right. So when we last saw our party, as Nick was saying, Zug was enticed by the Crown's Guard and the promise of rum. Although I don't think the rum is necessarily the thing. I think it's just booze of any kind. But rum does have a very piratey feel, so I assume Zug is even more excited. So yeah, that's where we start. So Zug is going to basically follow this guy into the refinery, and as you are passing through, you see the sugar cane being pulled in from outside where it's being harvested, and you're seeing the same kind of downtrodden workers with shackles on their ankles. Lena and Curtis are still outside. I assume that Zug doesn't actually particularly care about this. But this is essentially what you're seeing is the process of the sugar going through, being refined, being made into molasses. As you leave that building, you emerge into a larger space, and off to your left, Zug, Kevin, is the distillery, and so you can see they're kind of moving the molasses in there. And then in front of you, there's a small building with a bar and a kitchen. And so you follow the Crown's Guard in, and you're greeted by a pair of tieflings that are also wearing ankle shackles, one behind the bar and one holding a little clipboard. And so your immediate thought is that this is probably where everybody eats on the plantation. And yeah, so they sit you down and ask what you'd like. We have rum and we have rum.
Ooh, I think I'll try the rum.
Good choice. You want the light or the dark rum?
Oh. Yes.
Okay, and so you see the tiefling turn around, and she comes back. She produces two buckets. Think plastic sandcastle buckets for kid size, but made out of wood. One with a darker rum, and one with a lighter rum. And the other tiefling comes up and says, "We've got some fish, and we've got some steaks. Do you want any of that to go with your rum?"
Oh, yeah. Fish go really good with rum.
Okay. So she disappears into the back, and you smell the fish going on the grill. And while Zug is happily contented, we return to Lena and Curtis. And so you guys are standing outside. What are you thinking?
Well, we don't seem to be recognized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yet. Right.
Yeah.
I don't think we should draw any more attention to ourselves if we can avoid it.
I agree. Should we stand aside someplace so we're not just on the road for people to look at us?
Yeah. Can we, I don't know, find a place that's kind of off the path and do a investigation to kind of get the lay of the land?
Yeah, so as you look around, you see the refinery where Zug and the Crown's Guard went into. There's a big kind of rustic sliding door, and there's a bit of an overhang on say the corner of the building. It hangs over on so you could kind of stand there in the shade and have a good view of that side of the plantation, but not be visible from the road.
That seems like a good spot.
Yeah.
We'll head over there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, and then you said you want to do an investigation check?
Yes.
All right, so roll for investigation.
I will help you. So you can roll twice.
Well, it is a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so as you're watching, you're kind of keeping an eye on things. Curtis, you use your kind of keen eyesight, and I always kind of envision Curtis as kind of almost like a meerkat, always erect and looking and kind of taking in all the information around him. And you notice off in the field, before it even happens, one of the Crown's Guard has a large cudgel raised over his head. And as you watch, you see it come down across the back of one of of a dwarf who's working in the fields. And you hear a loud scream of pain, and two more Crown's Guard walk over towards him shouting something. You can't make out what they're saying, but you can see that they're converging on this worker who is obviously being held against their will to begin with.
Lena, we gotta do something. This guy's in trouble. It's not right what they're doing to him.
It's not. Correct. I think that I absolutely want to help these people. I don't think we should charge in right now, though.
But
They're going to call more guards.
If we don't do something, they could kill him.
And if they catch us, we're not going to be able to help everyone. Don't get me wrong.
You see all three of the guards now with clubs out, and there is not just shouting, but the tone of voice that's coming from them is almost as though they're enjoying the behavior.
This makes
You
me
see
really ill.
the other workers have kind of just given them a wide berth, and they all have their eyes down. They're not watching what's going on.
We need to help these people.
I have to do something. I have to intervene.
I really think that you should stay right here. We get the lay of the land. We know where people are. We know where people are working. We can see where the fence line is. We can help these people later. But we can't help them if we're captured.
At that point, you see another blow to the guy's back, and he disappears underneath the sight line of the sugarcane.
Maybe once the people go.
I'm going in.
No, don't.
I gotta do it. And I rush in.
Okay. Roll for initiative.
I'm right behind him.
15.
7. How many? You rolling lots of dice?
4?
Oh, it sounded like a lot more than that.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Okay. So, as you're coming from behind, they don't see you coming. So, Curtis, you get the first attack.
I'm gonna shout, "Hey, leave him alone!" and I'll throw my shield at the nearest guard.
Okay.
$11 to hit.
Does not hit, unfortunately.
Bummer. As the shield ricochets back to me, I'll charge. Can I close the distance during my turn? Or is it close enough that I can close it? Okay.
Yeah,
I will.
I envisioned that the battle started when you got within 30 feet as you charged towards them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're free to move.
Okay. I will close the distance and bash the same guard that I aimed at before in the back with my shield. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, it hits.
That is 9 damage.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll just catch my shield and ready for the fight.
Okay, Sarah.
Whoa, they rolled less than a 7?
Yep.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah. Technically no, but you were charging in while they were distracted, so I gave you first strike.
Oh, alrighty then. Okay, and they're still kind of around this fellow?
Yes. So they've turned towards Curtis at this point.
Okay. Is it possible for me to position myself between the dwarf and the guards? Maybe bump this dwarf out of the way gently a little bit, so I'm kind of in the middle.
Well, he's down on the ground, and they've surrounded him, but they've just turned towards you.
Okay.
So you'd have to get behind all of them and step over him. And I'm not saying you couldn't do it, but
Okay.
it would be
Okay. Well then I'll kind of strafe around them, so they have to turn away from the dwarf. Kind of flanking, I guess, a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. And I will attack the one that Curtis attacked.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 10.
Nope.
Oh, a natural 20.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah, so that will be... That's not an 8. Where are my 8s? Come here. 10 damage. No, sorry. 10. Excuse me, it's 18 damage.
Okay.
For the crit.
So as you bring the second slice down, you make contact with the guy who was already wounded by Curtis.
Yes.
And like all bullies, he didn't take very much damage before he expired.
Oh. Okay.
Love it.
Then I'll take my last attack at the next guy.
Okay.
That's a natural 1.
Okay.
Dice jail, right there.
So as you turn to attack the guy next to you, he's able to dodge out of the way, and you trip over some of the sugar cane and fall down on your knees.
On my knees.
So you'll be
Gotcha.
at disadvantage for their attacks.
Oh, no.
As this is happening, the one guy who is dead, the other 2 are gearing up for a fight. You hear a shout from behind, "Hey, what are you doing?" And a 4th Crown's guard comes charging through the sugar cane at you. And so now...
About how far is this away from the building that I'm in?
You wouldn't hear anything. The big refinery is between both of you, and then they're out, 50 feet into the sugar cane. And you're drinking, double fisting, barrels of rum at this point, so I would anticipate Zug not being able to hear anything.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first guy's gonna swing at Curtis. 13 doesn't hit, right, Nick?
No, it does not.
The next one will also swing. Does a 15? Nick?
I'm sorry, what?
Does a 15 hit?
No, it does not. I just saw that Jack was in the chat. So
Yeah,
I got very
Jack's in the
excited when
chat.
this
Hi,
happened.
Jack.
Ah, Jack's the best.
Jack
The
is
last guy,
great.
the one that's just arriving, is going to swing at Sarah. I'm going to assume that a 5 doesn't hit.
Nope. Come at me, bro.
No. Nick?
My turn again. I guess I did roll pretty high. Okay. I will throw my shield at the guy who just arrived.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
And 6 damage.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'll just ricochet. I'll bounce it off his face, catch it, and throw it right back at his gut.
All right.
An 11 to hit?
No.
Doesn't hit.
Didn't think so. All right.
You do all that damage, you catch your shield, you throw it back at him, but he's able to kind of sidestep out of the way. You recall your shield, and it's now his turn, so he's going to charge at you with his spear. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here. Yes, I had to look it up.
I thought maybe I froze. What is it? Okay. And these are fairly wimpy guards, so you take 6 points of piercing damage from the spear. And it's Sarah's turn.
I'm going to stand up, and as I stand up, I'm going to take my first swing at the guy who was closest to me.
Okay. The one that Nick already attacked, or one of the other guys?
Is he's coming up though, right? So I guess one of the guys closest to me still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
Does not hit.
Okay, second attack. 14.
Does not hit.
My dice need to warm up. Oh, 15.
Still doesn't hit.
Jeez. Okie dokie. That's what I got.
Apparently, you're fighting a very adept person who can dodge your sword strike.
Yeah.
So as you flail with all three, you're kind of catching the sugar cane, and it's impacting your ability to swing at the guy, and he's sidestepping you.
My long swords are long.
And then when you miss with the third one, he kind of gives you a taunt and says, "Yeah, wouldn't expect much more than that from a little girl." And then he is going to swing, or no, the one that Nick attacked is going to swing at Nick. 14 doesn't hit, we established that. And then the guy who was taunting Lena is going to swing at her. Does a 17 hit, Sarah?
Yes, it does. And I'm going to... Okay, yeah, I'm going to do a thing after you do damage.
Do you want me to roll damage first?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage. Absolutely hits. Oh, I can't do anything. Nope, that's it. I'll take it. I'll spit in his general direction.
the final Crown's Guard is going to swing at Curtis again. Man, 13 isn't going to hit. We're back to Nick.
Nice. The dude who hurt me, I'm going to turn to him and bash him with my shield.
Okay.
Natural 20, baby.
Yeah!
All right. So maximum damage plus whatever you roll.
So 13 total damage.
All right. And so with that, you bring your shield up and you throw it at the guy and you hit him right in the neck. And you see it's kind of at a funky angle as he falls over into the sugarcane. And he doesn't get back up because, again, these bullies are weak.
Beautiful. As my shield comes back to me, I will spin and turn to... There's 2 more left, right?
Yes, the one that you damaged previously and then one at full strength.
Yeah, I will attack the one that I damaged previously. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 damage.
Okay, and that ends him as well. And, it's not his turn, it's Sarah's turn.
It's my turn. The one that...
Well, there's just one left, the one that was taunting you.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, that guy. I'm going to look at him and I'm going to really spit at him. And then I'm going to unleash all of my fury at him for 22.
Okay.
And that'll be 4 damage.
Okay.
And then my second attack will be a 16
That hits.
for 8 damage.
Okay.
And 19 to hit for 5 damage.
Okay. As you do the second strike
Ooh.
on him, you see him fall to the ground, and he starts trying to crawl away, mumbling something under his breath that sounds vaguely derogatory in your area. And as he's crawling away, you come up behind and you just plunge your sword into his back to finish him off.
I'd like to, as I do that, like come up behind him, like step on his ankle, and then his behind his knee, and then his like upper thigh, and then his lower back, and then dig my heel into his back of his head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely adds your flourish to it, and then eventually you finish him off. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Ooh, I'm not good at this. 16.
Okay. So as you're standing atop him and you look out on the plantation, you realize that you don't see any other Crown's Guard, and that there's a bunch of the people in the fields looking at you, but seems to be no response or reinforcements coming from within the refinery or distillery. As you're kind of looking around, one of the other workers in the field comes up and says, "Thank you for saving us. We need to be quick, but we can dispose of these bodies."
Oh, heck yeah. You do that. Do you need assistance?
Yeah, we'll happily dispose of them in a well with you.
Oh, yes.
We have a good place to hide the bodies. They're not very bright, the Crown's Guard. You should go back to your friend, that big guy we saw you coming in with, and just distract them if they come this direction.
Sure.
We can do that.
A pair of them helping the dwarf up who was being beaten, and he gives you a little smile, but you can tell he's kind of been too injured to really voice his thanks. So they help him back towards the barracks, and you see them quickly bundling up and taking the Crown's Guard away. And throughout this whole thing, as you start to head back towards the plantation buildings, you still don't see any Crown's Guard. So,
Curtis, this is a little weird. I had the feeling there'd be a little bit more here.
Yeah, you'd think killing 4 of their guys would have raised any kind of alarm at all.
Yeah. Something fishy's going on here. From a business standpoint, this just feels weird.
Indeed. Let's see if we can look around and find anything.
Yeah.
I want to do another investigation to look around to see if I can find where the rest of the Crown's Guard are.
Yeah, I want to also. I want to, be like super stealthy, kind of like not necessarily literally do a Kirk like stealth roll, but like
Sure.
be.
So as you emerge from the sugarcane field, there's the pathway that you walked in on, that the kind of wide cart pathway. There is a small building to your right, and then there is the refinery, and then there are other buildings behind that.
Where should we go first?
Should we start at the closest one just in case Zug is done? Then we can get back quicker.
Yeah, that makes sense. And if anyone's gonna have heard the ruckus, it's the closest building, so let's go there first.
Okay.
So you're gonna go in that little building in the front?
Yeah.
All right. So as you walk up to it, you see it's just kind of a squat square building. There are windows on each side with little wooden shutters kind of covering them. And then there's a small little patio with a railing fence and a door.
Get up to the window.
Yeah.
What do I see?
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Or perception check, whichever.
Oh my goodness, in the box.
I will help.
You're gonna help me?
Yes.
Okay. Investigation?
Yeah.
Alright. 12. I'm not good at this either.
So you creep up to the closest window and you push the wooden shutter ajar slightly so you can peek in. It's pretty dark in there, but you're not seeing any movement. There are no candles or anything lit. It's a pretty dark room.
Okay.
But it looks like from what you can see, it's just the inside of the room mimics the outside in that it's just a square space. There's not a whole lot that you can make out that's interesting from the outside.
I relay that to Curtis.
This feels like a facade, like maybe a front for something, because where are all the rest of the guards? Where's the furnishing?
Yeah.
It seems like there's nothing happening here.
You don't suppose this is where the workers are asleep?
Maybe. I guess we should check the other buildings.
Yeah, we'll go to the other building.
So we'll move to the next closest building.
Don't be
Okay,
suspicious.
so that's the refinery. It's got the big kind of country style door that's slid open. You can hear the machinery going inside, the grinding of the mill and all of that stuff. There's a lot of the loud clatter of different kind of wood on wood, metal on wood type sounds you would get from this type of business. As you approach the sliding door, from the outside, you can see kind of some of the moving parts, and you can see some people shuffling around. But you also know that Zug walked through here no problem. So take that information as you will.
Well, I suppose we could just act like we belong.
Yeah, absolutely. Lena's gonna dust off any dust off of her pretty dress, fluff it up a little bit, and she's gonna, let's go in.
Yeah. Curtis is gonna make sure there's no blood on any of his uniform or on his shield and follow her in.
Right.
Okay, give me a perception check for while you're walking through.
Natural 20, baby.
Natural 1! Again!
You say natural 1.
That's my second one tonight.
Both ends of the spectrum.
Yep.
Alright, so you walk in, and you see it's kind of a long building, and on the exact opposite side, there's another sliding door that you can walk out of.
I see a door.
As you're passing through, you kind of have your head on a swivel, taking in everything. There's a staircase up to a higher level with a walkway and some other equipment and like a wooden handrail to prevent people from falling over. And you notice that there's a single Crown's Guard up there. He's got his spear resting on the wall, and he's got a little clipboard out. There's 4 or 5 different people working in here, loading sugarcane into the mills, like taking the vats of molasses out of the kind of distillery tank and putting them on these little wheeled carts. There's a couple of spots that you pass through that are very hot, as they're like kind of evaporating off the water to condense down the sugarcane juice. But with the exception of everybody wearing ankle shackles and looking like they don't want to be there, it looks like a fully functional sugar refinery.
Are there any Crown's Guard that we see in here?
Just the one on the second level who's got the clipboard out. Um, but it is very loud in there. So for you to talk to each other, you would have to shout, as it is pretty deafening with all the equipment going.
Is there a door on the other side of the room?
Yep. If you walk in a straight line, you'll come right out the other side.
Yeah. So I kind of motion that let's just finish our walkthrough and we can talk on the other side.
Gotcha.
Okay. So after, a minute or so, you emerge back into the heavy sunlight of the, early afternoon. And you're now in the same kind of little courtyard area Zug was in earlier. If you were to turn right, you'd go to the kitchen/bar area where Zug is. Directly across from you is what you assume is the distillery based on the way it's set up, and the big, there's the big, kegs to distill the rum in sitting on the outside. And then behind that is kind of a tumble down building that looks like it's probably the barracks.
Should we go check on Zug?
That's what I was thinking. I worry that maybe they took him into custody.
Oh. Yeah, let's go check him. Let's go check on him.
Yeah, so we're gonna go check on Zug.
Yeah, let's go check on Zug.
Okay. So you turn right and you walk on the little grassy path through the door, and you find Zug with a second helping of fish and his, fifth and sixth buckets of rum at this point, merrily telling everybody about the ship that he most recently was on.
Nope. He is obnoxiously singing. He's at like
Okay.
54 bottles of grog on the wall, 54 bottles of grog. He's the only one singing. He is very bad, and nobody seems to enjoy it.
Oh, can I have some of your fish?
Oh, hey guys!
On the wall. On the wall.
Oh yeah. Here. And he hands you just one of his big glasses. Just shoves it right into your chest. I imagine bucket sized.
I'll get close to Zug and whisper, "Are you okay? Blink twice if you're being held hostage." Blink once if you understand. Don't blink at all if you need any help of any kind.
As you're whispering to him, the tiefling with the little clipboard comes up and asks Alina if she would like any fish or steak or vegetables.
Oh, wow. The fish, please. This is the nibble I had was fantastic.
Okay.
Grog really likes the dark rum. This is honestly probably like the best day of Zug's life.
Oh, I'll have one of those, please. A small one.
Yes, you do not want a bucket.
No, I'll have like a taster. We're technically working.
Bartender.
We're technically bargaining.
You want to taste it, and he just shoves his entire.
Here's the other one. Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Hold on. He grabs the other one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the dark one, please.
Okay. So they produce a comically small glass compared to the buckets that Zug is double fisting, and a little plate of fish. At which point they turn to Curtis, who's still standing over Zug's shoulder and whispering in his ear, and ask if he would like anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want anything that's too big or anything that's too small, so if you could just bring me one that's just right.
Okay, and you see them just turn and look around, and they put up another really small glass, and then you see they kind of throw some buckets out of the way, and eventually you hear the tiefling kind of blow on something to get some dust off, and there is a normal 12-ounce glass that they put the rum in.
Goldilocks and the Three Pirates.
This'll do just fine. Thank you.
Would you like any food?
Yeah, I'll have some fish too.
Okay.
It's really
They
good.
come out with 2 more orders of the fish, and they deposit a little basket of bread And as you're eating, you see the tieflings just standing there. And, they're very weird kind of expectant servitude where they're just waiting for you to ask for or tell them for anything. Otherwise, they're just kind of still. And nothing else really going on.
Hey, Curtis. I'm gonna drink my drink. Hey, Curtis, should we ask the tiefling maybe about anything? About, I don't know, what goes on in that other building? Or, like, have they know how many people are here? Do you, like, does she want to leave?
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
So I'll lean over and say, so, how do you like it here?
How do I like it here? In what way? On the island? In this building?
Well, I mean, I guess in general, or more specifically here on the plantation.
She looks up and down at you, registering the garb that you're wearing, and says that life is very good on the plantation. Is there anything else I can get for you, sir?
Maybe I shouldn't be the one asking these questions. No, I'm okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. And she turns and goes back to the little corner and just resumes standing there.
I'll pretend to take a sip from my drink and say, that didn't go very well. Maybe you should give it a shot.
Yeah, I think we're learning as we're going, for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Yeah. Should we be ballsy or should we do this conservatively?
Does Zug overhear any of this conversation?
I mean, he hears you guys talking. He is very drunk.
Hey, Zug.
Well,
What's up?
How fast do you think you could run from here back to town? If we needed to, if you were so inclined. If you wanted to.
Oh man. Zug caps out at like a brisk walk.
Okay, cool.
good to know.
Good to know. Yep. Okay. I'm going to.
It's because of my injury, and he like points down at his like obviously fake pangolin.
Right. My bad. Right. Understood. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna shovel all of like the fish in my mouth. Chew it, swallow real quick. Take my plate over to the counter, and sit down. Thank you. That was delicious. Shoot. What was the magic saying?
Oh,
I have too many notes. I do this. Too many notes, not that one. Seer. Nope. This is it. I write song quote, like song lyrics down and not the important things, like the special code for the resistance. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go up to the counter, drop my plate, and say, there was a situation out in the field. It looked like some of the Crown's Guard were taking care of it. Is that normal?
They're taking care of it how? Like doing work? Like working in the field? Because the Crown's Guard don't do anything except beat us.
That was kind of what was happening.
Oh.
Is that normal?
Well, yeah. But if you behave well enough, you get to kind of work on the inside jobs, which are a little less dangerous. But yeah, they're pretty vicious.
Inside job.
Got you. Okay. And so, like I said, that was what was going on outside. My colleague and I took care of that situation. And the 4 Crown's Guard are indisposed indefinitely, at least for the time being.
Vacation time.
Is there anyone else that needs assistance in that matter right now, or anyone else that, I don't know, that we should know about to make sure that no one else gets beaten again? That doesn't deserve it, right? Like the Crown's Guard is what I mean.
Well,
I need
there
a drink.
there are usually a few more Crown's Guard around in some of the buildings. They swap them out pretty regularly, but I've heard that the Crown's Guard that they keep in the city are like the higher ranking, more like the better fighters, I think. These guys seem really disorganized and vicious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel the same way. There seem to be 4 out in the field, 1 inside the building with the thingies. Is there anyone else that you know of?
Well, there's the one who brought your friend in. He went back that way, and she points to the door that kind of leads to the kitchen and beyond. There's
Mm-hmm.
usually a couple in the refinery, and then they have their own rooms in the barracks, and there's usually some sleeping because they have to wake up for the night shift.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not usually a lot of them here. They're just very vicious.
Got you. Okay. Um, okay. Good to know. What is this fellow's name that brought our friend in?
They don't really introduce themselves, as
Oh.
you can imagine.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you. The food was delicious. And I go back to the
See,
table.
they're kind of like, okay, confused about the conversation, and then you catch a little look on their face of like remorse. Did I say too much? Did I say the wrong thing? Not really knowing who they were speaking to.
I'm gonna drop 5 gold on the counter. Before I left, I would just slide it on the counter. Like, there you go.
And you see them, they both look at it and then kind of just leave it there. But by the time you've returned to your seat and you look back up, it's gone.
Okay, good. Good. I tell Curtis and Zug the information that I gathered. Sounds like there's more people, but not too many. They seem really disorganized, so I bet you if we took care of the guy in the office, we could probably ambush the other people, especially in their sleep. And we could probably free everyone here. I don't know what we would do with all these people, or what they would do, but I feel like we could do this.
As easily as we are able to take down those 4 in the field, I think that we have a pretty good chance.
I agree. We're really gonna get in trouble, though, if anyone recognizes us later on.
I mean, what
It's a
really
good
do we
thing
have to lose?
It's a good thing we blend in really well.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Doesn't
As
matter.
you're having a conversation, you hear a knock behind you, and the guy who brought Zug in, as he reappeared, we've got the carriage all set up for you back on the main pathway. You follow me, we can show you where the rum and the sugar is stored and get you on your way.
Okay.
Great.
And while he's saying that, Zug is just gonna reach over the counter and he's gonna grab any like alcohol that he can find, and just grab it and stand up and get ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a big kind of wooden keg type that they're distilling rum in that you can take.
Cool. He's just gonna reach over, grab it, and just hold it right near his chest. Not even sure if it's open.
Follow me, please, if you will. And he's kind of guiding you out of the kitchen area.
As we're walking, I lean down to Lena and say, we could potentially split up and let Zug take this part of the job.
Mm-hmm.
And while he is doing our mission,
Mm-hmm.
we could take out the rest of the guards.
We totally could.
So you guys pass through the refinery back out to the main road. And you arrive at a carriage with a covering over the back of it. And the guy says, best to let the big fella ride in the back. He could spook whoever's attacking our carriages.
Yeah, honestly, we were kind of thinking it may be best to just let him take this one. He's obviously our best fighter. Um, and we would rather kind of stick around here and learn more about what the operation you've got going on. I'm really interested in brewing and hops.
And it's just so tasty. Oh, I would just love some more. Can you tell me more about it? I bet you're the one who like is in charge of all of this and like is the one who's plans all this and has it all figured out. Can you tell me more? I brush his
And
arm.
he looks at you as you touch his arm, and he turns back to Curtis, and he goes, you don't use hops or brew anything here. This is a distillery." And then you see him look up, and he goes, where are the guards?"
Oh,
You know, we were wondering the same thing.
They're probably just getting drunk again. That's fine. It's time for shift change, anyways. There should be an entire new set of guards coming down from the garrison at any time now to swap out with this lot.
got
And he
you.
looks expectantly in the distance, and you don't see anything yet, but you hear, kind of the clattering that comes along with like a group of soldiers marching.
Can I grab his hand and kind of pull him around the cart to kind of like show me like how like what how like where they put the keg thing, right? Like the corks or whatever. Can you show me? I just really think I don't understand this. To pull him away from like the viewing of where these soldiers are coming from.
You can try. Give me a performance check.
I would really like to try to do this. Performance a happy 2.
So as you grab him by the elbow and you're trying to lead him to the back, and you're saying, "Oh, I've got some questions about this, and kind of how these things work."
Yeah.
He kind of just knocks your hand away and looks at Curtis, and he's like, Can you restrain your daughter, sir?"
And I'll say I'm so sorry. We're just
Daddy, I'm just trying to
we haven't
learn.
we haven't been raising her very well. We haven't taught her very many manners. Please just Lena, if you could just hang back for a sec and I'll lean down to the guy and I'll say,
Fine.
"Listen, it's just me and her. Mom left a long time ago. If you could just do this for me, this tour, this place, it could mean a lot in rebuilding our relationship. It's been really tough ever since the mom left, and I would like to do a performance check as well. Dirty 20.
Okay. So he takes all of that in, and he leans in closer, and he's like, "What exactly do you want me to do? Just humor her?"
Just let us hang back for a bit. Take the big guy. He'll be able to take care of the job, and then we can have some father-daughter bonding time, and hopefully rediscover our relationship.
And you see him thinking. He walks towards the back of the cart, and he's looking in there, and he comes back towards the front, and he's like trying to decide what to do. You see him looking around, like, I don't know where the guards are. He's like, I guess you guys could hang out. My biggest concern is that because they don't attack the carts every day or every trip, that they'll see your big friend there and be like, "Oh, we'll just wait till the next one." And we'd like to get this situation settled as quickly as possible. But then you are doing a favor for the crown, so if you wanted to hang out, I guess I couldn't stop you. We don't really have any guest rooms. You'd have to stay in the barracks, and they're not the nicest space.
That's more than fine. A really in-depth experience. I think that's what she would like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess.
Thank you
Come
so
here.
much.
Yay! Thank
What was your
you.
big friend's name? I can't,
What's that?
can't remember. What's your big friend's name?
Oh, Zug, come over here.
Oh yeah. Hey. Sorry. Zud was looking at something. He was kind of like nodding off.
Have you ever driven a horse-drawn carriage?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. And then he points. There's two big, cart horses in front. Here's the reins. You just go out to the main road, turn right, follow it back into town. Apparently, your friends are staying here for the night. Are you going to be able to handle this? Can we trust you with this much alcohol?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Zud will make sure it's all taken care of.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a weird bargain you guys are driving, but I guess we can send him on his way.
Thank you.
All right.
Zug, you got this.
And he's gonna like pull. God, what's it? It's not Cade. What's it? It's Curtis. He's gonna pull Curtis, and he's like, "How drive horse? How
You-
drive horse?"
You'll figure it out. Just take a rein in each hand, give him one of these, and pretty much got it. That's all you need to do.
Okay, Zud got this.
Be firm but gentle.
Just like a pirate ship.
Exactly.
Zud never drive pirate ship either.
But you spent enough time on one to understand how it works.
You
and that's
taught
what
me how to
matters.
do it. I believe in you.
Zud got this.
Yep.
And he's gonna like walk over and he's gonna stare at the thing. Just stare at the cart or the wagon. Take a deep breath. Kind of like slap himself a little bit. He's like, "You got this." And then he's gonna like, in the most awkward way possible, like get up on the driver's seat and almost do like the King Zora, and scoot onto the get himself positioned nice and in the middle, grabs the reins, and then just sits there and stares at them for another like what feels like forever, but it's probably only like a minute or two. You guys can do something while he's just getting himself ready.
Are you sure your friend's gonna be okay?
Oh yeah, he does this all the time. He's a pro, honestly.
And he's okay with animals. He's not gonna like attack
Oh, yeah.
these horses or anything.
No. He's got 2 dogs at home. He
Mhm.
loves animals.
Absolutely.
Okay. You'd see the guard just completely mystified by your insistence that this drunken giant half ogre take the horses and complete the mission alone.
Yep.
Okay. Well, he can head out whenever he's ready.
We'll talk to you soon, Zug.
Like Casey getting ready for a promo. Let's go.
God, yeah. So funny last night. It wasn't bad. He just really had to gear himself up for it.
As we all do. Yep. And that's how I envision Zud. And he's finally almost gonna like give it like he's never done this before. Just like as big of a like raise his arms up as high as possible, to where it almost like pulls the horse back a little bit, and then like brings it down.
And you see the horses rise up onto their hind legs and then stamp their front hooves down and whinny and don't move.
I'll head up to the front and I'll walk up alongside Zug and say, "Don't worry, I got this." And I'll slap one of the horses on the back, on the behind, and say, "Have a good trip."
And with that, they take off at, quite the trot, going down this cart path towards there's that little kind of entranceway with the arch that says the name of the plantation, and it abruptly ends in a T, where left goes away from the city, right goes back towards the city, and you see that directly across from that's a little patch of green, and then like a rocky cliffside into the water.
All right. Left or right? Somebody call it in the air.
Right.
You gotta draw heads or tails, not left or right.
Oh, well, I was confused. Heads. I don't know what it is.
Heads it is. Do I make the right? Do I go right or do I or left, Sarah?
Right. You were right.
All right.
Which was
All right.
heads.
I'm going right.
All right. So as you're approaching this thing, they're picking up speed despite the fact that you're heading towards the turn. What is Zug doing now? How's he going to get them to turn?
Oh God. He's just getting kind of like he's holding on to the reins and he's just saying like that way, like that way, right horse, and then like right at the around the last second, just instinctually, just like I don't know. I guess he kind of understands the concept of just going or like direction. I guess so. He's just gonna kind of like pull the rein on the right a little bit.
Okay. And so at the last second, as you're going under the archway, the horses turn to the right and start heading up towards the town. The cart behind kind of whips around that turn, and the wheel barely clips the inside of the wrought metal archway, and then fishtails a little out to the road, and then at full speed you just take off up the pathway. Just a cloud of dust behind. As you see Zug going away in the distance, you see the army coming around the side, and they kind of scatter out of the way as this crazy, gigantic man with two giant horses just barrels through them and on his way. Are you
Fantastic.
sure he's going to be okay?
Oh, I'm so
Oh, yeah, like I said.
lazy.
He does it all the time. Have some faith.
He did, like the cart. He barely turned the cart.
That's just his
the run
style.
will
I
take
think
the
he's just
speed.
showing off.
Yeah, he just
Really.
wanted to add some flair.
Yeah.
Does Zud even know where he's taking this? Just into town. He doesn't know how to stop.
All right. So then the guard turns to you and he goes, "Well, out of my hands now. What did you guys want to know?"
First of all, how many people does it take to run this place? Like, how many Crown Guard you got here?
Yeah, this is so big and awesome.
It varies depending on the time of the year. We're harvesting the sugar cane right now, so we've got, I don't know, probably 50 or 60 people working out in the fields.
And how many guards is that per person? It seems like you're working them pretty hard. That you gotta like, keep them in shape, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they work hard. They're good hard workers. We incentivize them correctly.
Oh, you incentivize them. How do you offer any kind of benefits, or do you give them the old,
I don't know what you're implying here. This is a business. We're simply here as
Bam! And I
representatives.
smack him on the butt real hard. Like that!
Exactly like that. See, we have
Sure,
been teaching her some good things.
I did not consent to this, sir. Your
That's-
daughter cannot just assault me.
Oh, lighten up. You know you liked it. Come here, you, and I'll put my arm around him. Why don't you show us around? I want to
Yeah.
meet all your guards.
Yeah.
And he tries to get squirrely get away. So give me a strength check.
$14.
Okay. So you've got your arm around his shoulder. He tries to kind of wiggle his way free, and you just tighten it, not into a headlock, but just strong enough that he, the incentive that you're giving him is that he should come with you if he doesn't want anything bad to happen. So where are you guys going?
Why don't you lead us to those barracks? I want to see where we'll be staying for the night.
Okay. So he takes you into the refinery, or to the distillery. No, sorry, the refinery. You're passing through, and you see him look up to the second level, and he's trying to catch the eye of the guard up there, who is just, at this point, kind of leaning against the wall with his eyes shut. You pass out of the refinery to the distillery. As you walk through the door in the distillery, you feel that it's very humid in here because there's a lot of steam and a lot of evaporation coming out of the kegs and off of the equipment. Um, and as you're walking, you walk straight towards the middle. From around one of the corners of one of the pieces of equipment, you walk basically face first into a pair of Crown's Guard carrying shields doing a patrol. And they stop and look up and down and look at their companion and go, "Everything okay here?"
At this, I'll kind of hug him closer and say, "Yeah, everything's doing great. He's just showing us around.
We're getting a
Beautiful
tour.
place."
Did the cart get away okay? I thought these two were going with him. Where's the big guy?
Yeah, change of plans. The big guy's got it all handled. Don't worry about it. Me and my daughter here just thought we'd take the opportunity to get a feel for the place. She's really interested in this kind of stuff. Loves like technology and whatnot. Very smart.
It's so
So we
innovative.
just
I love it.
Yeah. So we just wanted to stay the night and get a tour. So our friend here is showing us around.
Daughter? Did you have her when you were like 10? She looks way too old to be your daughter.
She's just old for her age, and thank you. I get that a lot, honestly. The years have been rough, but I've been trying my best to take care of myself. Skincare.
You've been doing
and whatnot.
great.
Thanks, sweetie.
I keep you young at heart.
Can we?
She sure does.
Can we talk to our compatriot alone for a second? He'll be right back. Something doesn't add up here.
I don't know. I mean, it seems there's so much to see here. Our tour's kind of on a time limit. The sun's going to be going down eventually, and we only have one night here.
Blink twice if you're in trouble. And you see him, and he doesn't. To his credit, he doesn't blink. He gets the threat. They go, okay. Well, you can take him to the barracks. I don't know if you'll find any space in there, but yeah, we'll circle back and check on you in a bit.
Cool. I'd like to see you again.
They kind of open up like this so you can pass through the middle, and then as they go by and look over their shoulder, they, you see that they're also looking over their shoulder, but they keep going the opposite direction.
Nice guys, real nice guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not going to hurt me, are you? I mean, I haven't done anything to you. I don't understand what's going on.
We just
We're
wanna
just
see
What are you
trying
talking
to...
about? We're just taking a tour, buddy.
Yeah.
My neck is sore. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that'll happen. You seem like a pretty well-built man. Have you ever gotten a massage? You seem very tense. I think that would help your neck a lot.
I'm tense because you won't let me go.
Right. So anyway, the barracks are up here, right?
Yeah, okay. And so he walks to the barracks, and he's like, I need to get a key off of my key ring at my waist. Please don't hurt me. I'm just reaching for my key.
Sure thing.
And you see he puts this big key in this kind of old rusted lock, and it, opens it up, and he pulls open this kind of creaky old door, and you step inside to the barracks, and you see essentially the left and the right are kind of mirror images of each other. It's 2 floors. Each floor has rooms that are basically built like cells. They have wooden doors, but the wooden doors have bars on them. And
I feel
then
like
the
I
ones...
left... Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
I think I dropped my handkerchief in the hallway.
Oh, sweetie, not again.
I'm really sorry. I was a little I was embarrassed because those guys are so handsome. I might have just dropped it on purpose. I doubt they took it. I'm gonna go get it.
That's okay. Why don't you run and grab it? Our friend here will show me around.
Yeah.
Do I have a choice?
I mean, why would you need one? Wouldn't you love to spend more time with me?
And he's like, okay, well, all right, see you later. And he kind of just gives you a half-hearted wave as Lena leaves. It's like, there's not a whole lot to see in here. She's talking to Curtis. It's like, There are these little rooms. Each person has a cot and a door. Some of them have two cots for two people. Um, in the very back, there's 6 rooms that are being occupied right now by other guards that are sleeping because they work the night shift. We probably will put you in this first room here. It's a double. It's not the nicest room, but it's what's available.
Yeah, why
Would
don't
you
we
like?
go in
Would you
there?
like to see it?
Yeah, show me around. Let's go in there.
Okay. So as he takes you in to the room, he is like, "Yeah, here it is. It's just there's a cot on this side. There's a cot on this side. There's a little what is it called? There's a bucket in the back for whatever you might need to do in the nighttime. Um, we won't even charge you.
Uh,
Yeah,
is there a
look
door
into
on?
it.
Is there a door in this room?
Yeah, it's the same wooden door with the. And it's kind of like a. It's like what you would expect if a prison cell door was wood.
Okay. I'm gonna, as soon as we get through that door, I'm gonna shove him up against the wall, pull my shield out, and push it up against him, and say, "Listen very, very carefully. I don't want to hurt anyone, but the operation you're running here is very immoral, and I can't stand for it. It's not the Crown's Guard that I know, and we're gonna let all these people go, and you're gonna let us. And if you don't, we will take out all of you, one by one, until we can leave peacefully."
And in response, you just get gasping and gurgling from this guy whose neck is being crushed.
I'll lighten up a little bit and say, "Do you understand?"
The, the rest of the army is coming. You won't get away with this.
How many men are coming?
I think they're gonna bring 6 new men, but usually they march in about 18. They make a round on the southern part of the island and then head back to the garrison.
When
You
will
can
they
see that his throat is bothering him and he's very like hoarse, but he's getting out the information as best he can.
when will they be here?
Well, they should have passed your friend on the road, so within the hour, I'd say.
Then we don't have much time, do we?
What do you want me to do so that you don't hurt me?
I want you to stay right here and keep all those men who are sleeping in here sleeping. And I want you to tell me how many men you have out there who are not on the night shift.
Well, they're the 3 that we passed, and then there should be 4 more, but they're probably just getting drunk somewhere.
Okay. You stay right here, and if you raise the alarm, we will kill you like the 4 other guys that we killed.
No. Oh, they're not drinking? You could have just bought them off with booze. You didn't have to kill them.
Well, we watched them beat a man, so we're not gonna just let that slide.
These are prisoners. They're working off their time.
They're people, and they
They're
deserve to be
committed crime.
treated with respect.
I tell you what. Hit me with that shield of yours and lock me in this room so I can deny that I helped you. And then do whatever the hell you want.
You got it, and I'll give him one good smack with the shield.
He just kind of crumples on the cot. And that's the last you're going to talk to that guy for a bit.
I'm gonna take his key.
Okay. Lock him in that room.
Yep.
Okay. So you lock him in that room, and as you look around, you see nothing different from before. All the other rooms the doors are closed. There's no sign that the guards in the back have woken up.
All right. I will leave it as is, but as I leave, lock the door from the outside.
Okay.
Then I'll see if I can go find Lena.
I went down the hall. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, what are you up to?
I would have sped out of the room, down the hallway. Not at a run, but just like brisk pace. To see where the other guards went, to see if they kept going. And if I couldn't see them, if they left the building or whatever, I'd start walking back.
Okay. So as you were fast enough to head back, you went through the distillery, and as you came out at the next door, you saw that that pair of guards split up. One went towards the kitchen area, and the other went into the refinery.
Okay. Okay. I'll make a mental note and go back to Curtis.
Okay. And so you run into him outside of the barracks. He's just locked the door.
Whew. Okay. Well, we're down one more guard. That's good. The other two split up. What did you find out?
Okay, so the only guards that are left are those two with the shields and the one with the clipboard.
Okay, that's great. Awesome.
So we just need to take care of them. The other ones are locked in here.
Great. They were
But
we're
kind of on a time limit because there's an army of about 18 coming.
Oh. Okay.
So we should work quickly.
Okay. Yeah. I'll point toward the directions the other two went.
Perfect. Maybe we should split up. Maybe one of us should gather the workers and the other should work on taking out those other guards.
Okay. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
I'm really good either way because those guys were assholes and I love to slice them down. But also, I saw the way that those other people, the tieflings, reacted to you. So I'm worried. I don't know if we'll be able to get everyone together. Is there though, to be said, I'm not really good at speaking or organizing things, really. I just lost my handkerchief, right? Do you want to maybe take your cape off or something? I don't know. You could keep it. I don't want you to like feel like you're completely like disregarding everything like your whole life or whatever. But maybe right now a little incognito might be good.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And it seems like this garb doesn't mean what I thought it meant. So maybe I am better off just finding something else. Any other kind of clothes.
You just put it in your like baggie or something. Like but so either way.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable. 100% comfortable doing either one.
I want you to have the opportunity to take these guys out because they've been pretty shitty to you this whole time.
Yeah.
And
I might as well be wearing little pigtails.
Exactly. So yeah, I'll go gather people up.
Okay.
You take those guys out. I'll see if I can find a change of clothes or something.
Okay.
Ready, break.
Break.
Okay. Sarah, where are you going?
I'm going to take follow the left guard.
Okay, the one towards the kitchen.
Oh, I guess whatever's closest. Whatever's closest, that's what I'm going for.
Okay.
If that's closest, then yes.
He went into the room where you guys met the tieflings who gave you rum and fish.
Okay, sure, yes.
Okay. So you walk through the door, and you see the two tieflings that were there before kind of spring to attention and look at you quizzically, not expecting to have seen you again. But they don't say anything.
Hi! Where did he go?
The guard?
Yeah.
I went through the door.
Okay. I'm gonna go through the door.
Okay, so you pass through the door, and you see is a kitchen area, and there's another dwarf in there sitting on a little stool chopping up fish, and he looks up from his perch.
Hi, your fish was delicious. Where did the guard go?
The guard who just passed through?
Yeah.
He went through that door.
Great, I'm gonna go that way.
This fish. Okay, so as you open the door, you step into a dimly lit room that is very much like it's, I guess, best described as kind of like a parlor. There's like a big table and some big comfy chairs, and you can tell that it's a space that the guards are using for relaxation. And as you walk in, you see the guard turn to face you, and he says, "What are you doing here?"
I'm going to smile, bring my hands up a little bit, and like kind of rub my wrist, pop out one of my little daggers from my bracer, and then throw it at him.
Okay. Roll for What would that be? I guess maybe just give me athletics since it's throwing.
Sure,
It would still just be an attack roll. It would just be a surprise round.
Okay, great. Let's do that then. Thank you, Kevin.
okie dokie. That'd be a 12.
Well, the 12 is not going to hit this guy. So, is there like a bonus for having surprise? Does she get like a advantage or anything?
Basically, like if they weren't expecting an attack or they had no reason to believe that you're hostile or they can't see you, there's no actual advantage. You basically just get like a free turn.
Okay.
And now you would roll initiative after that.
Okay. So roll for initiative. Yeah. So you throw the dagger, but because of the darkness and the unfamiliar territory, you don't hit him.
Yeah.
But he now has picked his spear up.
Okay. Alright, I rolled a 5 for initiative.
Okay. So he's going to charge at you and try to jab his spear. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Okay.
I've got a reaction when you're done.
For 7 points of piercing damage, pending your reaction.
Okay. That hits. I'm going to use one of my superiority die. When a creature comes within reach, I can use my reaction to attack him. So I'm going to have pulled my swords out, and I'm going to get a swing at him.
All right.
For a 16.
That hits.
And 6 damage.
All right. It's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to swing at him again. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keeping
So
track
obviously,
now.
you're going to do enough damage to finish this guy off.
Okay.
So how do you want to do it? You're basically both on the same side of this long table in this kind of dark, smoky room that they use to relax in.
And climb over the table, slash him. Kick him down.
And he falls. As he falls, he kind of bounces off the side of the table and collapses in a heap.
Great. I'm going to see if I can find any paperwork, anything relevant to the slaves, the operation going on, anything that might be useful.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
2.
Okay, so you quickly kind of reach, search through his pockets, look around the room. You see that there are the chairs, there are a couple of tables with glasses on them. There's the big table in the center that's like set up for a meal. You open the curtains for the one big window, let some light in. You see there's a couple of books, but they're just fiction for the guards to read. And you're not finding anything that really has to do with the operation. This is just a relaxing space
All right.
for the guards after a long day of beating people.
All right, I'm off to the next guy.
Okay, Nick, what are you doing?
I'm looking for some civilian clothes, I suppose.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Gosh. I'll head to... You know what? I'm going to actually head back in to the barracks.
Okay.
And rummage, see if I can look around and find anyone's civilian clothes or like off-duty clothes.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
Yeah. 12.
12. Okay, so as you are poking around in the front cells that you find, it's all just rags and like metal dishware and stuff that's, you can tell belongs to the servants. As you get towards the back, towards the rooms where the other guards are asleep, you notice that the first 2 rooms before the rooms that are shut have open doors. You duck into the left one. You can tell it's also used by one of the guards. There's like a wardrobe. As you open the wardrobe, you find that there's some clothing in there. It's too small for you, but there is like a pretty heavy like overcoat. Too warm to wear in this weather, but it would at least cover your armor while you're running around.
That'll do. I'll take it.
Okay, so you slide this on. It's kind of heavy green, like green felty material with a hood and some big buttons on the front. You can't quite get it closed to button it, but if you keep your arms crossed, you can mostly cover up your old garb.
Perfect. I'll leave the barracks and lock them again and go out looking for the workers.
Okay, are you heading out into the fields?
Yeah, that's where I'll start.
Okay. Kevin. So while they're working, Zug is piloting the horses. You pass through the army, and you see them kind of scatter out of your way, and you yell some sort of Zug saying at them.
He's just holding on for dear life at this point, just screaming. Ah!
No.
After about a half an hour, so while Lena and Curtis are doing their thing, you turn a corner and you come to a big log that's just sitting in the middle of the road. And it's too high for the horses to jump over, so they come to a stop. And you're now got this log in your way.
He's just gonna kind of like gesture at the log. He's like, move out of the way.
Unfortunately, the log is not responsive.
He's gonna take a deep breath, reach over, grab his drink, take a big old glug, put it down, and slowly just kind of like stretch and get off because he's just kind of shaking from screaming and holding on for dear life for 30 minutes straight. But yeah, he's gonna walk over and I guess we'll call it an investigation check on the log.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, I'm drunk, so I have disadvantage on it, and I have a -2 modifier to it, so this is gonna be fun. A 2.
Okay.
Team 2!
So you walk over and you look at it, and you're not sure what it is. It's just a big thing in your way. You go to pick it up, and you feel like you can move it a little. You're able to roll it. You start to roll it a bit, and then you hear a very deep voice from the brush go, "Well, what do we have here, brothers?" And as you turn around, 4 ogres come out of the woods.
Hey!
My brothers.
What's up? I'm Zug.
And they look at you and they're like, "Why are you so small?" And they're speaking in the, kind of ogreish tone, language, but you can understand them.
Yeah, I speak giant, so he's like, Zug not small, you small.
And they walk closer to you, and they're kind of standing over you. And what do you have in the cart?
Nothing. Deception at advantage because I'm drunk. 18.
Nothing, huh? Well, I guess we could just take the horses for food.
No. Zud need horses because reason.
Zug can walk. We'll take horses.
Uh,
And they advance towards the horses and pull out like a blade that they could cut the reins off.
Zud is going to reach out, pull out his halberd, and kind of like block their blade with it. Zud say no.
The little man says, "No, brothers." And they turn to you. And you hear a howl from the woods, and a pair of dire wolves come out, backing them up. So, roll for initiative. I didn't change this fight.
Zud is gonna have the halberd in one hand, his drink in the other. He's gonna just
Oh no!
real quick, and then drop it and get his halberd ready.
Okay. They cross out Lena and Curtis since they're not in this fight.
I'm sorry, Zug.
Sorry, no sorry.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Zud totally had a say in all of this. Um, 11.
Okay. The first he's going to the first ogre is going to advance on you with his club out. Does a 17 hit?
Sure does.
Okay. I'm going to do pretty lucky rolls. Bum, bum, bum. 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And you rolled an 11, right?
Sure did.
Okay. The next ogre is going to do the same. An 11 doesn't hit, though, right?
No, it does not.
Okay. And then the first dire wolf is going to lunge at you for a 12. That also doesn't hit, right?
That also does not hit.
Okay. Your turn.
Zud goes into a rage. And Zud
Yes.
is going to swing at the first guy that swung at him with his attack. Standard rules apply from now on. They have advantage. I have advantage on them. I'm also raging, so all the damage is half. Yada yada.
Yeah. Love it.
21.
That hits.
So 17 plus 6. So that's going to be. God, what is that? 23 physical damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 8 fire damage.
Okay.
Is he still standing?
He's still standing.
Cool, I'm swinging at him again.
Woot!
16 hit.
It does.
Sick. 28 physical, 10 fire.
Okay. With that fire damage, the ogre, he catches on fire. He tries to run into the woods. You see as he kind of disappears into the brush that he falls over. A little bit of the grass catches on fire, but he's obviously not getting back up.
Nice.
We go.
Sick. Well, with that one, because
Yeah.
he died in the second. Oh wait, never mind. I used my bonus attack to rage. Never mind. Damn it. All right, I'm done.
Next turn.
Okay. The third ogre is going to swing at you. I assume a 21 hits.
Sure does.
For oh, Jesus. For 1, 2, 6 bludgeoning damage. So half 3. I rolled 2 1s. Okay, that's all he's got. And then the other dire wolf is going to lunge at you and try to bite. And 19 hits, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's 2d6. Jeez. What's all the small rolls? For 8 piercing damage, so that's halved to 4. But I need a strength saving roll to not get knocked prone.
Like 22.
Okay, you're fine. I don't think that this is going to be a problem for Zug, really, but... and the last ogre is going to let out a growl and swing at you. Oh, you got a natural 1.
I can already tell you this isn't going to be an issue.
The strength?
No, any of this.
Oh, I know. That's why I didn't change it. We'll just see what happens. Every fight can't be a giant kraken.
No.
So he rolled a natural 1, so we'll say that you dodged out of the way, and he got knocked prone, swinging at you. And we're back to the top. The second ogre is still alive. Man, an 8's not going to hit. And the dire wolf roll, it's 12, doesn't hit, right? Nope, so we're back to Zug.
Cool. I'm gonna reach out, pull out my potion of invulnerability.
Awesome.
Anyway, told you this wasn't gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
my action.
You don't have anything else? I don't always remember how things work, so there's no bonus action.
I mean, there are bonus actions, but like nothing that I can really do right now.
Okay. Cool. Then the second dire wolf is going to lunge at you. Man, another natural one.
I guess I could use my react because the dire wolf is entering my range, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so I can use a reaction attack because it entered my range and take an opportunity attack.
Cool. So yeah, it lunges at you. It misses wildly with its bite, and it's basically just next to you, primed for a reaction.
Sick. Well, I hit it with a 18. Assume that's gonna hit.
Okay. Yep.
What is that? 26 physical, 4 fire.
Okay. Alrighty, and so as you bring down your halberd, you can kind of feel the body of this dire wolf kind of crunch underneath it. As you pull the halberd back up, you can see it singed and with flames, kind of where you struck it. It's whimpering and kind of hobbling around, but it's still on its feet. And then the next ogre is going to step up and he says, "You hurt my dog." But he sucks because he only rolled a 6. Well, even with the modifier, it's not enough. The last ogre, wow, does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Okay, doesn't matter anyways, but we'll still do all the things. We're back to the first living ogre. I'm assuming a 24 hits, but
Sure does.
you're invulnerable, so I guess I don't really need to roll.
Nope.
And the other dire wolf, it's a 19 hit.
Yep.
So he's going to bite you, but it's not going to work. But we'll do the I need a strength save again. He doesn't knock you over.
Yeah. 21.
Okay, you're good. And we're back to the invulnerable Zug.
Let's do this, Zug.
I'm just this raging, immune to damage monstrosity right now. I'm gonna swing at the wolf that just bit me.
Okay.
16 hit.
Yes.
21 physical, 8 fire.
Okay. All right. And with that, he, much like the other wolf, is in a lot of pain. They're kind of cowering, doing that thing where they're curled up on themselves. But he's not quite dead yet.
Not dead
I'm
yet.
gonna swing at the guy that attacked me most recently.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna the guy that said it was his wolf or whatever and tried to attack me. I'm gonna attack him.
You got it.
Does a 13 hit?
It does.
Sick. I love just dropping a handful of dice. This one's pretty fun too. 29 slashing and then 12 fire.
Okay. And as you slash, you see this big wound across his chest open up. Some blood squirts out. But the halberd is so warm that it essentially kind of cauterizes the wound as it's going. So there's still some areas where he's bleeding, but he's also like burnt. And you see him kind of double over and drop to a knee. But he's still in the fight.
That's all my attacks.
Okay.
I didn't kill any. Unless I kill somebody, I can't continue to attack with bonus action.
Nope.
Or if I crit or kill somebody.
Not yet. So then the ogre you just attacked, he's going to attack back. 24 to hit, but it's just going to bounce off you. The last ogre, his attack is going to miss. Oh, I skipped the other dire wolf. And the other dire wolf, 15 hit.
Yep.
Okay, so just the strength roll to not get knocked down from the dire wolf.
18.
Okay. And then the other dire wolf is going to
Actually,
attack.
it was a 21 because I'm proficient with strength saving throws. But...
Okay. An 11 doesn't hit, and we're back to Zug.
Cool. I'm going to swing at the dire wolf that just bit me.
Okay.
Is a 10 hit?
It does not.
Okay, I'm going to swing at him again.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
27 slashing. Or no, sorry, hold on. 26 slashing, 6 fire.
Okay. And with that, you catch the dire wolf as it's kind of cowering after it attacked you, and with a quick, merciful swing of your blade, you decapitate the wolf, and feel a twinge of sadness because of your fondness for dogs. But it shouldn't have attacked you.
Exactly. With my bonus action, I'm going to swing at the other dire wolf.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to assume a 22 hits.
Yep.
25 slashing, 7 fire.
Okay. Much like the other dire wolf, you bring the halberd down towards its neck. It moves just out of the way though, so it's not a clean slice through, and so you have to unfortunately endure some really kind of gasping whimpers from this poor dire wolf before it expires. So you have 2 ogres at full strength, and then the one that's on his knee. And that was your bonus, right? So you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
So, just for formality's sake, the ogre rolled a 9. The other ogre rolled a 12. You're still invulnerable. Doesn't matter. Back to you.
Back to me, love it. I'm going to swing at the at one of the ogres that's at full strength.
Okay.
16 hit.
Yes.
$25 slashing. 5 fire.
Okay.
With my my extra attack, I'm going to swing at the one that's down on his knee.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
Yes.
21 slashing, 5 fire.
Okay. And so as you bring the halberd down on this one, you kind of catch him in the shoulder joint. Since he's down on a knee, you're able to get a lot of leverage on that strike, and it's just enough to kind of easily end his existence. So he's just kind of hunched over on himself. And you see the last ogre that's full at full strength is beginning to panic. He hasn't fled yet, but kind of looking around.
Well, with my bonus action, I'm going to swing at the. Does a 10 hit the other guy that's at full, or not at full strength, but mostly, or that I just hit before?
It does not.
Okay.
The 10 misses.
Yeah, my turn's done.
Okay, we'll pretend to roll for them because you're invulnerable. Guess whose turn it is?
It's my turn. I'm gonna swing at the guy that's mostly, or like that I had hit before. 17 to hit.
Yep.
25 slashing, 7 fire.
All right. And as his friends have done before him, he collapses to the ground. And the last ogre says, "It's not worth it. I don't need booze," and tries to start backing away from you.
Zud, his eyes are red. He grew now when he rages, he grows like even bigger. He gets even more hulky. But I imagine he's about the same size as a full-sized ogre now when he rages.
Yeah.
He's just like he's gonna look at him. He's just like, too late. He's going to grab his axe and throw it at his face at full strength.
Okay.
God, I really needed that to be a 19 or a 20.
No.
Does a 14 hit?
14? Yes.
Yeah. I really needed that to be a crit. 28 slashing. 4 fire, but the halberd activated.
Okay.
I was okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Every time I killed somebody too, you saw their ghost
Yeah.
spirit hover around and get sucked into the blade.
So as you throw the halberd and it makes contact with the final ogre, you see the effect that you've come to know and love, where there's kind of the red kind of flames circling around the halberd, and they come out and they manifest as a shadow of one of the ogres you just killed, standing next to the ogre you threw the halberd at, who's now laying on his back because he didn't expect to get struck in the face with a thrown giant weapon.
Cool. I'm just gonna use my movement to close in, grab the weapon, and.
Uh-huh. Okay. And you didn't crit, so you don't get a bonus, right?
Nope. I didn't crit or kill.
Alright. This is the 5th round of invulnerability. So the shade doesn't do anything, the guy on his back doesn't do anything. I know it's hard to believe, but it's Zug's turn again.
Alright, so I crit 19. I crit on the 19 bib.
Mhm.
So, Piper.
Piper!
Actually, I want to roll the dice anyways. I was doing so well. So, I have my different dice that I roll. So, the black dice are the cursed dice. So if either of those roll 1, something bad happens. Anyway, so let's just say let's just say I killed this guy. I sucked up his spirit, and then it spit it right back out. So now I have the 2 specters in front of me.
Oh my goodness.
I was doing so well.
That was really impressive that you did not roll a 1 until now.
Yeah.
Alright. So you've got the guy still on his back. Well, he got up because he had a turn. And the 2 shades.
No, I killed the guy on his back with my crit.
Oh, you did?
I assumed I would have killed him.
Oh, I missed that somehow. You're right.
Yeah,
So just the 2 shades.
Yeah, just the 2 spades. That was the one where I crit on him, so I assumed it was going to be enough to kill him.
Yeah. You're totally right. I spaced on it.
Cool. All right. So whose turn is it?
Did you do all of your actions?
Yeah.
It is well, it's their turn, but you're still under invulnerability, right? It's 10 turns.
Yeah, 10 turns.
So yeah, they don't do anything. They charge and swing their spectral clubs at you, but they just bounce off like if they were made of rubber. Like, I envision they're like if you get those baseball bats at the carnival that you can blow up with air and then you hit each other with, but it doesn't hurt at all. They're just giving you little taps.
I have blow-up hammers like that at my store. I did. They had little sparkles and beads inside, and they were really satisfying to just smack people with. And I would throw them across my store, too. Like when David would come in, whap!
So we're back to the... Does what?
Does a 14 hit?
Piper!
Yes. 22 slashing. 3 fire.
Okay. So you see, as your halberd cuts through this shape, you can see it's hurted. It's kind of taken a step back, but unlike previous, when you knew you did enough damage and it kind of just evaporated away, the specter of the ogre is still standing next to his compatriot.
Cool. I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Yep.
23 slashing. 8 fire.
Okay. So that one dissipates into smoke, and breeze takes it away, and you've just got the 1 shade left.
Sweet. 19, which is a crit.
Yay!
I'd like to spice it up. I want to throw it at him again.
Okay.
No, wait, never mind. I can't throw it at him.
Okay.
I could, but I don't want to.
You do you, Kevin.
40 slashing. Then 13 fire.
Okay.
Nice.
Unless you rolled a 1, that's the end of the battle. The second shade, disappears into the breeze, and you're left surrounded by 4 ogre corpses, 1 headless direwolf, 1 other direwolf corpse, 2 very scared horses, and a log blocking your path.
I'm just gonna slowly just put down. I assume my axe is still nice and glowing because it now has 4 souls in it still.
Yes.
2 ogres and 2 direwolves. Sweet. I need to
Yep.
write that one. I'm going to.
I have a running tally now of Kevin's weapon souls.
Oh, do you?
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Awesome. I'm glad you have it. All right. So yeah, I'm going to put my axe back on my arms. I'm just going to try to pick up the log over my head since I'm still technically in a rage.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So you're able to. It takes some effort 'cause it's a big log, but you manage to get it up, almost like if you were doing like a landmine press or something. You take a couple of steps, throw it off to the side. As it lands, it thunks. It lands on the body of one of the ogres and makes a nice thud, kind of gross crunching sound. And so it's out of the way. So you've got the roadway littered with corpses, but you have a free path to continue on your journey.
Cool. I'm going to around that time I'm going to just calmly shrink back down. My eyes stop flowing. Exit my rage. I'm going to walk back over. I'm going to probably give these horses I'm trying to be soft, but probably just still a nice well, I pet him behind the head. I'm like good horsey. Then I'm gonna I'll give you an animal handling on that too. Let's just see. Animal handling is intelligence, or wisdom, which I'm drunk, so disadvantage. 2.
Okay. So as you go to pet the horse, nearest to you, it kind of ducks its head out of the way. It's not too excited. It's very on edge from all the weird noises and sounds, and they can interpret the violence. But as you keep walking past, you kind of run your hand along its back, and you can see that because even though you in this situation the horses are very stressed, you still have forged a really nice bond with other animals, and so there's a calmness in Zug that they could recognize. So they settle down a bit as you walk back towards the car.
Sweet. I'm gonna shimmy my way back on, and I'm gonna just kind of give him a. Let me determine how. Ooh, that was actually a really good one. 14 for animal handling.
Woot.
So yeah, I'll just kind of give him a nice little but I kind of got the idea after half an hour of kind of holding on and just almost straightening them out and everything. I got the hang of it a little bit. So but I imagine they're still just going way too fast for me.
Yeah. So as you bring the reins up and you bring them back down, they take off at full speed, but they're controlled. They're not, they're running next to one another. They're matching each other's pace, and as you head up, you feel the wheels kind of rumble over the body of one of the ogres, and as you look behind you, you see the mess you left in the road there, and a big cloud of dust, and you're on your way back towards Eastveld. Sarah.
Yes.
What are we doing? Well, he's continuing the rum run.
You're going to find the next guy.
Okay, where are we going?
I'm going to go to the guy on the right. Or if I'm in this building, it'd be closer to go to the other building with the guy on top.
Okay.
I would do that.
All right. So you walk. You leave the guard that you killed in the parlor.
Mm-hmm.
You head back through the kitchen.
Yep.
You see the dwarf look up from his fish, and he kind of gives you a little nod, and he goes back to work. You head back out to the dining area of the little kitchen, and the tieflings snap to attention again. And you just keep walking.
Yep, gonna go.
So you pass through the door,
Yep.
And as you close the door behind you, you can see them kind of just sit back down in their stools. You're in the courtyard,
Yep.
and you turn left into the refinery. As you walk in, you notice the guard that had the clipboard earlier is still just leaning up against the wall with his eyes closed. And there's a very narrow staircase, almost a ladder, but not quite, at the other end of the building, from like where you would came in originally, that would get you up to that
Yeah.
point.
I'll walk nonchalantly across the building, not to draw attention to myself, and I'll climb nonchalantly up the ladder and across to him.
Okay, so as you're climbing up the ladder, you get about halfway up, you hear from below you, "Hey you, what are you doing?" And as you pause to look down, you see the other guard has walked back into the refinery and saw you climbing the stairs.
Oh. I will go, "Oh, hi, there you are." And I'll start climbing back down. "I'm lost. I can't find my daddy."
And he's like, "Well, there's no way he'd be up there."
Well, I know,
And
but he's in charge, though. I was going to ask someone, and I didn't see you before, so I was going to ask him. Had I seen you, I would have asked you.
And as you're talking to the guard, trying to convince him of this, you hear some heavy footsteps on the walkway above you, and the other guard starting to come down the ladder.
Hmm.
And then the one who asked what you were doing, he pulls his spear out and points it to you, and he goes, "I don't like the way that you're snooping around.
What?
I don't trust what you tell me is the truth."
You shouldn't. And then I'll pull my swords out and I'll slice at him.
Okay. Alright. Initiative.
On initiative, there's a natural 20 on initiative.
Great.
22.
So you are able to catch him off guard, despite the fact that he has a spear drawn. He wasn't expecting you to have a pair of swords. And so you're able to immediately attack him.
Okay, a dirty 20
Okay?
for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
My second swing will be a 24
Okay.
for 9 points of damage.
Alright. Before he even knows what happened, you've hit him twice with your swords, and he's crumpled to the ground in the refinery, just as the other guard steps off the ladder, looking mystified as to what's going on. And then you notice that as he's come down to investigate, he did not bring his spear.
I will cast my gaze from the one that just fell to this guy, and I'll swing my sword up at him, pointing at him, not slashing, not attacking him, but kind of just at his neck. "Where's your weapon?"
Well, it's up there. I didn't think I needed it. What's going on?
I'm kind of taking over.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because you guys are doing a really shitty job of being human beings.
Oh, you mean all of the beatings and the indentured servitude and all of that?
Yeah, I'm not really into it. So I'm going to end it.
Yeah. I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I have to hang out up there and pretend to read that clipboard all day.
Mm-hmm.
That'd give me a good job. I'd like to go like on the front lines or be in a boat or something.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like you've got this under control. I'm just gonna go ahead and take off.
Nah, I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't trust you. Mostly. I think I'm gonna have to stay here. Do you got any rope or anything? I'm gonna just tie you up and leave you here.
You're welcome to go search for some.
Nah.
It'd be easier.
You should come with me.
Okay. How are you gonna do this?
Are any of the employees here around?
There's people working. Somebody's
Workers.
like. There's probably a couple of people that have seen what's happened, but nobody's really reacting.
Yeah. Can I try to get someone's attention to come here? While I have like my sword at this guy's throat.
Sure. Give me a I guess like a persuasion roll. Like Try to convince them to stop doing what they're being beaten to do.
Persuasion 19.
Okay. So you see one of the people working in the refinery had been loading some sugarcane into the mill. It's a kind of slender human woman, which caught you off guard because so many of the people here have been less.
Right.
You don't expect to find humans or elves
Yeah.
here based on the kind of racially charged things you've heard.
Right.
She looks up at you and, you know, kind of acknowledges that you're there, but is still loading the sugarcane into the. You just wave her over.
Yeah, I want to wave her over. Come here, come here, come here.
Looks at you and she looks at the sugarcane. You can tell that she's kind of, afraid to leave her space, but she starts to walk towards you. And when she gets to about 10 feet, she stops and she starts looking back over at the mill.
Do you have any rope? Rope. Anything that we could tie this man up with?
Rope.
Yeah,
Well, there's some twine that holds the sugarcane together.
Yeah. Do you have enough that we could tie this guy up?
I'll have to see. And she goes back behind the mill and she comes back with just like a huge spool of it. And sets it down in front of you. Is this enough?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
As she got closer and she dropped it off, you can see that like the skin on her face is really sunburnt and her hair is kind of bleached and her clothes are very tattered. And she's like, is there anything else? Can I help any other way?
You could gather the other workers here. We're taking off.
We're leaving?
Yeah.
That's going to be hard. We're all shackled our feet together. We can't move very quickly.
We'll get that taken care of.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're going to
one thing at a time. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yep.
So as you're tying this last guard up, Nick.
Yes. I am headed out to the field.
Okay. So as you walk out into the sugarcane field, you see, a few dozen employees in the field in different spots, kind of doing, like harvesting the sugarcane and pushing the plows and doing all of the kind of heavy work needed on this type of farming operation.
Is there like any hill or any kind of higher ground I could stand up on?
It's pretty flat in the area that you are. There is a fence that runs through the middle, kind of separating two areas of the sugarcane that would probably support your weight if you wanted to try to balance on the fence.
Okay, I'll try to balance on the fence.
Give me a acrobatics roll.
Natural 1.
Oh, no!
As you go to climb on the fence, and you put your weight on the top, it's 2 wood beams between each post. As you stand on the middle of the wood beam, it snaps under your weight, and you kind of tumble down onto your bottom. And you get up quickly, and you dust off your new green coat. And you realize, man, it's hot in this felt coat. And you look around for someplace else.
Well, clearly I'm not going to be able to get up high enough to gather any real attention. So I'll just take my shield out and wave it above my head as high as I can and say, "Hey, yo, can I have everybody's attention, please?"
And you see some of the people nearer that can hear you kind of look up and to see what's going on. You're not able to get everybody's attention, that's 100, 150 feet away, but it's a start.
I'll say, "Hey, everybody, stop what you're doing. Put your tools down. We're getting out of here."
And you see the people that can hear you kind of starting to come closer. There's a nervous murmuring in the air as they get closer, but nobody's dropped their scythes or any of their other tools yet. They're just curious as to what this man is shouting about.
Listen, I've seen how you've been treated. I've seen you be beaten. I've seen the clothes they give you to wear. I'm sure they don't feed you very well. I'm sure you don't even have dental. But that's all over. This is your ticket out of here. I'm here to help. I'll get you out of those chains, and we're getting out of here. No more being treated poorly. No more living off of scraps.
And hearing that, a large orc gentleman looks up from where he was working, walks up, looks down on you, goes, "Where exactly are we gonna go?" They'll
There's a
look for us.
town. There's a town very nearby, and we can offer you sanctuary.
That town does not like people that are not like them.
Well, we also have a pirate ship that needs a crew, and you seem like a very good crew.
Pirate ship, huh?
You'll be treated fairly, paid properly, and taken care of.
Where is this ship you claim to have?
Town by the town. Listen, I'll be honest with you. Me and my compatriots, we're also wanted. They're also looking for us. So we're all in the same boat. So if we stick together, clearly we can overcome. We were able to take out 4 of the guards, just me and my companion. Imagine what all of us could do together.
We're all in the same boat, so you're gonna go on the pirate ship with us?
It's our pirate ship.
Oh. Well, anything is better than this.
Then
And you
let's
see,
do it.
you see him look down and he's like, our ankles are shackled together. We can barely kind of shimmy our way around. How are we gonna get to this pirate ship of yours?
Hold up the ring of keys that I have.
The ring of keys.
And you see everybody just starting to gather around. Sarah, what are you doing?
Now that I've gotten the last guard all tied up, I'm going to gather the workers here and try to get them out in the way or in the direction of the field where I know Curtis is at.
Okay.
This is a shithole. You shouldn't be here. I'm taking over. You're getting out. Let's go.
Okay. So everybody comes together. What's the plan here?
Curtis, I believe you said that there are people coming on their way. So, not to alarm anybody, but let's get as many people unshackled as we can.
Yep. Let's start unshackling. Are there any other transports around here? I ask to the crowd.
There's a cart. Occasionally, there's a couple of carts. You hear somebody shout, but we don't know where they store them.
Lena, could you go try to look for another cart that we can transport people with? I'll start unshackling people.
Okay, I'm gonna head to the place where we were eating and drinking with the 2 tieflings and ask them if they know where another cart is.
Okay.
And also
So
tell them and the dwarf in the kitchen that we're leaving, so we should go.
as you walk in, they snap to attention.
Hey,
And
please stop. It's fine. I am now in charge, and I'm saying that we're leaving. I need a cart to help get more of the workers out. Quickly. Do you know of any more carts than the one that my friend took?
they usually will have the carts behind the barracks. There's a little stable with some horses and some carts.
Ooh, okay. You guys come with me, and we can go grab them.
Okay. So we're leaving?
Yes, we need to get the dwarf in the kitchen, though.
Okay, you talk to him. He's brusque. It's hard to talk to him.
Okay. I'm going to kick the kitchen door in and go, "Hi.
Yes.
Hi. I'm now in charge, and we're leaving."
And as you say this, you look down and you realize his ankles are not shackled.
Oh,
We're leaving?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
we're leaving. Very far from here.
So my family lives in town. I'm just here to cook the fish.
We got you. Town will probably be on the itinerary.
Okay. I think I'll just stay here and wait for my boss. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cut the fish for the evening dinner.
It was really good. I thank you for making such great fish. All right, I'll go back to the front. He doesn't want to come.
Okay. So I guess we're going to
Yep,
find the
let's
carts.
go get the carts and all the horses. Let's go get all of them. All of it.
Okay. So they walk as quickly as they can, being shackled, to behind the barracks. You find there's 2 carts. One is covered, one is not. and there are 4 or 5 big horses kind of just in the field, like enjoying a meal, eating, pooping, doing horse things.
Okay, great. I don't have the key to unshackle your shackles, but how far are we from Curtis?
You'd have to go around the barracks,
Oh, yeah, we're
through
far
the
away.
distillery, across the quad, through the refinery.
Okay,
So pretty.
okay. I guess let's try to get all of these horses and buggies together, and then we can get the shackles off. Sorry, I didn't plan this very well.
That's okay. And then you see them kind of waddle out into the field and talk to the horses very gently. And eventually the tieflings round up 4 horses and bring them back to you.
Excellent.
And you're gonna hook them up to the carts?
Yes.
Okay. So you get that all set up as best you can.
Okay.
Get the little wooden parts over their backside and put the harness on them. And they seem excited to be doing something other than milling about in the field.
Oh, good. Both of you can drive, right? Can each of you drive one?
I've never driven a horse before.
Me neither.
We can try.
Sure. Great. All right.
They're very gentle.
Okay, let's do it. No better time than now to learn.
So you want a tiefling in each cart?
Yeah.
Okay, so they climb in and they grab the reins and they do what they've seen, and the horses respond very gently. Just start walking towards the entrance to the paddock that you guys came in through.
I'm gonna go to the field. This is where the people are. This is where we're all. That's where my compatriot is. It's where we're getting together. So please come this way. I'm gonna take off and run towards Curtis and let Curtis know what's going on.
Okay, so as Nick is taking off shackles, you see the 2 carts come around the corner of the refinery. The one in the front is fully covered. The one in the back has an exposed kind of cargo storage area.
Okay. Look at what I got.
Nice job.
Yeah.
As I'm unshackling people, I tell them to look around for anything that could be used as a weapon in case we need to defend ourselves. We have those scythes, we have tools. Lena, do you want to take over unshackling? I'm gonna go check to see if there's anything in the barracks we can use.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay. She tags in, I'll tag out, I'll head
Bam.
to the barracks.
Okay. When you get to the barracks, the door is locked as per your recent action.
Oops.
Oh!
Are there weapons lying around near the barracks?
There's some tools. You can see like some pitchforks and like maybe a wood chopping axe. You know, things that could be used as weapons, but there's no like swords or like really sharp blades or anything.
That's fine.
But you can scrounge up some pitchforks, an axe. There's some hoes, various gardening tools.
Yeah, I'll gather up some of those impromptu weapons and pass them out when I get back to where everyone is.
So as you're gathering up the weapons and you're passing by the front of the barracks, you hear the door rattling, and you hear somebody inside going, "This door is locked from the outside," and somebody like putting all their weight into the door.
Okay, I'm going to quickly head back to where everyone is and inform Lena that the guards are awake and trying to get out of the barracks, so we should probably start heading out.
Okay. All right, I've unlocked as many people as I can. I guess we should help the people who are shackled into the carts.
Yep, I yell, everyone, if you're still shackled, come to the carts, we'll load you up.
Okay.
People not shackled, grab what you can as weapons, just in case.
You see your tiefling friends from the kitchen or from the bar hop in, and pretty much everybody from the fields eventually got the note. And as you look out, you see nobody's really working anymore. They're all either at the carts or heading your way.
Okay.
So they just continue to load up. And after about, I'd say 5 minutes or so, you've got everybody situated. You put the people in the covered cart that were more like conspicuous or more, and people that maybe could pass for like just farmers or something in the back cart that's not covered.
Yeah.
Cool. And then, honestly, I think that me and Lena should each take a cart,
Yeah.
and we'll each drive one.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So you're gonna head out through the archway and turn right.
Yep.
Okay. And so as you're heading through the archway, Sarah, you hear from your bag, "Draw me," and you feel the vibration that's been familiar to you now of the card deck. And you turn onto the main road, and you start heading up your way. We cut back to Zug, who's almost made it back to town. He's almost to the gate, still going full speed. And I
That's
think
right.
we'll stop.
Still just screaming at the top. Too.
People have been jumping out of the way on the road, and he's almost to Eastveld, still at full speed. I think that's a good stopping point.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Good job, teams.
That
Man,
was great.
that was
I
awesome.
was starting to get kind of worried, so I was like, the headcanon I'm due is that somebody explained to Zud, like, drink equal no hurt. So he drank it because he knew it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna chase that forever. Every potion, every drink he has is gonna be like, oh, this one will make me invulnerable.
Yeah.
Or whatever term Zug has for that.
Right? Like, rum make less hurt, but like this make no hurt.
Ugh, we need those in wrestling.
Real.
I bet.
I love that I took on a fight that was designed for
Yeah.
a party of 3 though, just myself.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, that is so cool. That is so badass.
I also love that at one point too, it's like we'd split up, and then you guys split up on top of that, so we were all.
We really split the party tonight.
Yeah, all that stuff is happening like concurrently.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was so fun.
Thank you.
My cheeks hurt, actually, from smiling and excitement. Love it.
It was a lot of fun.
Next time, we're gonna have quite a army of a surprise.
You
Yeah,
know what
I'm
I
so
realized?
excited to see how it goes.
What I realized too is that every time my halberd was active, though, I always forget that I can. The bib allows me to reroll my damage rolls, so I could possibly
Oh,
get rid of the if the halberd is activated. I could always once per turn reroll that damage roll to try to prevent it.
yeah.
So like, there's still a good chance that like if it happens again on that turn, I can't do anything about it, or I reroll it and I get a 1 anyways.
Yeah.
But I could have done that. It's funny though, because like when I roll, like I just like there are 4 different damage dice that I roll, and then I have to add either like 15 damage plus more if I'm raging, plus like then I add it or like that's just fun.
Yeah.
I just throw down a handful of dice every turn.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And since I always attack at advantage too, like I just drop 6 dice at once and then split them up and then start doing math.
Yeah. Man. That is awesome. Oh!
Oh, Tom's gone.
I just
no!
told him, he's like, man, Kevin getting nerdy with the stuff. I'm out.
It's great. There you are.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Read it until the story was over to cut out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're gonna end it here. Everyone, where can people find you this outside of the game?
Well, the Academy will be at SOS Pro Wrestling defending our SOS Tag Team Championship cummerbunds tomorrow in Tacoma, Washington. And then again, we'll be at DOA the following, I don't know, whatever Saturday is the first Saturday of next month.
That's like 3 or 4 Saturdays away. That's a minute.
Yeah, but it's still following. But yes, March 4th is when we will be back at DOA. And then you can follow me at all the places at Nick is Radford. Check out my blog, nickisradford.com, and listen to my podcast, Championshipping.
Awesome.
I guess I should go.
I'll be at the bar tomorrow at SOS. You can
That's the best place to be.
yeah. You can, like, buy me. Well, actually, no. Actually, they won't be selling alcohol this month in SOS. Still, they can't do it
A
until
dry SOS.
yeah. But next door, you go next door and you get the drinks and having a longer intermission. So they.
Yeah. No booze at least for one more month, but it's still a fun show.
Fun show. Fun. You don't need the booze.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm Tom Allman. The other half of the academy will retain these guys tomorrow night at SOS in Tacoma. Yeah, I think Nick, you said we're at DOA in March on the 4th.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll have some other stuff lined up between now and then. I'm gonna get hopefully some new shirt designs and some fun stuff out soonish. If you haven't, check out my Twitter. You watch my very engaging PowerPoint presentation on how I'm going to knock Sledgehammer down.
It is art.
It is really good.
And yeah, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. Thanks everybody for playing.
Absolutely. Kevin.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you did the thing.
I did me. I'll be at the bar at all the places. Remember?
Oh, right. Got okay, got you. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Not at SOS because they won't have a bar. We don't need to talk about this again.
Okay, right, got you. Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week.